Quick warning here, if you haven't had a mentor and you get a good mentor, it's quite possible they're going to push you way outside your comfort zone. You might be saying, yeah, I need that. Wait till it happens. Wait till you get thrown into the water and it's cold and you're like, holy shit. This is what I believe. This is where the magic happens. This is my life for the last 30 years. Because I got out of my little town, it would have been pretty safe for me there. I had a lot of friends. I had people that would help me. I could have been a foreman in construction or, I don't know, maybe manage the truck stop one day. But it was time for me to go. These are just a few quotes that cut at the time and stayed with me from my mentors. I was looking to go from 3 restaurants and bars to 5. And one of my mentors said at a board meeting, is this to benefit the business or your ego? I hadn't optimized my current portfolio. And I had this opportunity to do this thing, and now I would have had 5 bars and restaurants. I would have been a big shot. My friends had 2 or 3. Now I'd have 5. And I slowed up and did the work and went from 5 or 6 or 7% profit, staff that weren't terribly happy, customers that weren't rating, to let's slow down, let's get our systems in place and figure out how to take this to the next level. Another mentor of mine in a board meeting said, I can see 25 ways this fails and only 1 that it works. Right? So he said, show me 3, 4, 5 more ways that this works, Sean. Because you're not that good, right? I don't know many people that could pull this off, but I know a lot of people that will go down with the ship if you do this. So again, this is one of those blind spots. And one of my favorites, fuck your feelings, follow the plan. Sometimes you get anxious and nervous and you put all the work in and you brought a lot of people into your vision and they're like, this isn't working, it's too hard, I don't know if I can do this. And they're like, no, go, just 10 more steps. 5 or 6 steps later, we're getting momentum. If you're wondering what a mentor can do for you, I'll share with you what some mentors did for me. First, besides Mr. Panu, I had a guy named John Pallon that lived in my town, moved into my little town from the big city. And he helped me reimagine my entire life, as crazy as that sounds. He said this to me one day. He said, everyone that loves you lied to you. He said, people that love you want to protect you. So when you start to stretch for big things, they don't want you to fall. They say, hey, Sean, don't be unreasonable. Sean, you're a dreamer. Sean, that's for other people, not for us. Right? And he said, all these people are lying to you. That's not true. He also said, never take advice from a 30-year-old that drives a rusty Pinto. My teachers. Also helped me to rewire my brain, and sometimes we need that. So at the time, you need to change your beliefs before. So these are a few things that I really needed to rewire my brain in. Education. I thought, I'm stupid, I can't learn. And he said, no, you can't learn that way. The education system is only built for about 15 to 20% of the people that are in it. A lot of the rest of us have to learn this way. Mentorship, apprenticeship, volunteerism, so you can get in and just get some experience that you wouldn't otherwise get. I had to rewire my brain regarding rich people. For some reason, one day he asked me to come with him to deliver 5 turkeys. Is this just small town, or do you guys ever go deliver turkeys? Anybody? No, it's just small town Canada. He wanted me to come deliver 5 turkeys, and I agreed, and we went to all these people's houses and gave the turkeys and met their wives and whatever else, and it turned out to be a really good day. And I went inside of houses that I'd driven by hundreds of times, right? These big mansions. And at the end of the day, he said to me, Sean, what do those 5 houses, what do those people all have in common? I said, they're really rich. And he goes, and what else? And I said, I can't believe how kind they were to us, to him. He's the guy with the dirty apron. I'm the kid washing dishes. I realized rich people aren't assholes. Not all rich people, some are, but not some poor people are assholes. But I realized I'd grown up thinking that we got to stick together, the poor and the rich are assholes and they're holding us down. It's not true. It's just not true. And he showed me in a day. That's what mentors could be. Big city, I thought crime, whatever else, I learned it wasn't the case, and people like me, poor, muck in stalls, can't read, all that sort of stuff. He helped me rewire my brain and said, it's all bullshit. You've made up a story and you've attached meaning to it, scrap it, move on. Try something new. Reinventing myself was really fun. That was London. They said, hey, you can go anywhere in the world that you want to go, right? You can do anything you want to do. I got to London and my mentor there, Paul Fitzgerald, one of the most successful guys in the restaurant system at the time, said to me, I'm going to give you 3 months and I want you to find someone in this company. I'll let you work at multiple different stores and find someone you want to model after. And I said, what does that mean? He goes, man, it's way easier to model after someone than to start with a blank page. He said you can model after them, leave what you don't want, take what you do, learn from them, get experience beside them, have them watch you do it, course correct you. He said it's always the last 10%. We think we got it, but you need to get your reps up and then get that last 10% in, and they'll let you know if you've got it. Then you can move on to the next. There's a formula for all this stuff. We got to put ourselves in the right place. And I've always liked the idea that, like a mentor, it costs nothing to light someone else's candle with yours. Right? It doesn't take away from the original candle when you help somebody. It's time, but I can tell you, as a mentor, I get as much from the relationship as a mentee. You learn a ton when you're able to look through someone else's eyes and watch through their experience. So to get started, just 3 steps with getting a mentor. Think big. Have a big goal, something you really want to do in some aspect of your life. And it can't be, I just want to be more successful. What does that look like? Specifically, what does success look like? Then you got to be clear. You got to let them know, so this is what I'm trying to achieve. Because a lot of people come to me and I say, I'm not your guy. But I know people. I know a couple people that might be able to help you with that. And you got to be persistent. Some of my mentors, I asked for their help 30, 40 times. I don't mind hearing no. I just know that's one step closer to yes. And I will wear you down. I got time. Framework for this, the 5 C's. What you're looking for in a mentor, they got to have true competence in the area that you're going. Don't spend time with someone who's just smart, but spend time with someone who's had success doing exactly what you want to do. Secondly, the character matters. We're all different, and there's some deal breakers. We have values, and we have anti-values. Don't get mentored with someone who has anti-values. I was with a guy, a business mentor, was out with him. He looked like the perfect, and the minute we get out, he's complaining about things. He's got a woman there who I thought was his wife, his girlfriend, this, that, and I just said, hey, this is my guy. This isn't someone who I want to attach myself to for a year or two. So look for the character that matters. They have to have confidence that you can do what they've done. It's hard to hear. Some people have said to me, I don't think you can do it. And I'm willing to argue my case, but there has to be some sort of belief that they can help you and you can be helped in that area. There has to be a connection. Like some of my mentors, all of my mentors are still friends, are still people I admire, I love. So having that connection, for me anyways, the way I'm wired, really matters. All of my mentors who have helped me, of course, I've gone back and said, what can I do now? How can I help you? And in one way or the other, they all say the same thing. Just pay it forward. That's all they want. I can't give anything. Some of these people are so successful. They don't need anything from me. They don't want anything from me, but they want me to help others. And for me, it's important that there's compassion, right? I mentioned a few of the tough quotes, but behind that, there's some love and kindness and everything else. And the mentor-mentee relationship is very special. It's very fragile. And you don't want to be out on a ledge and have someone push you off or throw you in the deep end. It's important, I think, to have compassion.